Let me just straight up be honest with you. Brutally honest. I was disappointed. I got this AirPods Pro as my birthday gift thanks to my girlfriend. I was so excited because all I remember is it's got awesome transparency mode, which still holds true, and great ANC, but when I started listening to any music, I was shocked by how the vocals, the high ends, they lack clarity. I'm taking a huge step back with the AirPods Pro. Nah, scrap that. I've discovered a setting called headphone accommodations and it totally changed the game for me. So in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 reasons why you should buy the AirPods Pro. And at the end, 3 reasons why you should not, which is gonna be pretty obvious, but let's get into it. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to my second take of the video. Yes, what you see in the intro is a clip from a full video that I decided to put aside and record an entirely new one because I don't want to give you a half-baked and rushed opinion pieces. As a disclaimer, this AirPods Pro is bought by myself. No one is paying me anything for this video and all that I say is always my own honest unaltered opinion. If you want to support the channel, please use the links down in the description below because I may get a small commission at no extra cost to you when you actually buy stuff. And this topic was one of the most requested one in my latest community post. So smash the thumbs up if you're excited, and if you want to participate in the future polls, subscribe. And let's get straight to reason number 1, the best in class. Call quality. Before you leave, I'll talk about the more interesting stuff in a couple minutes, but right now, let's state the obvious right up front. It is widely accepted that the AirPods, and by extension the AirPods Pro, has one of the best, if not the best, performing mic and noise cancellation algorithm in the business. You can check out my AirPods versus budget True Wireless Earbuds call test comparison right here, and we're going to see a little call test by the end of this section, but yeah, basically, with the AirPods Pro, I will always 100% of the time have full confidence that no matter where I'm in, no matter how much noise there is, I can always rely on this to talk hands-free and know that the other side is hearing me clearly. If you need to talk for a prolonged period, you can always switch between the right side and the left side only, and the calls won't ever be interrupted because these earbuds charges incredibly quickly. I just did a quick 15-minute charge test and look how much the battery increased. Then you can toggle between ANC or transparency mode during calls, and with the latter, it is so good at releasing the pressure you get from in-ears. All that's left is some feeling that something is in your ear, but you're talking and hearing things naturally. Overall, the calling experience with the AirPods Pro is simply the best you can get out there. And let's just hear the call test sample right now.
Alright, so yeah, just as usual, this will be the call test of the AirPods Pro. I'm using it right now, and this street is actually pretty noisy, you know what? Motorcycles, or maybe the insulation in my place is not that good. This sound, like the motorcycles usually, they bleed out a lot into my indoor microphone recording, you know, when I'm recording the script and all that. Huge sectors passing by. Can you hear that sound, or can you hear me talking? That will probably be the hardest test for the AirPods Pro right now. We have a little bit of wind coming our way too, so we're going against it. I'm using a mask too because nowadays we're all using masks. So let's see how that works. I'm not only seeing motorcycles just passed by the way. So yeah, this is the AirPods Pros. Let me know what do you think of the sound quality. And upstairs and we'll finish. No, actually, we're not done with the video yet. Let's talk about the next point. There's someone laughing there in the background, so can you hear that? Anyway.
Alright, moving on to reason number 2. It is gonna be the ANC and transparency mode. Now, for the ANC, I won't say that it is the best. We all know the Sony XM3s has it, but the transparency mode is. It is so good that literally nothing comes close to how open and natural it feels when the mode is on. This is the closest thing you can get in terms of comfort compared to a full-on half-in-ear design, but because it is an in-ear design with silicone tips, it stays much better, especially for my left ear. Now, I just can't state how important this transparency mode is. It is absolutely liberating to be able to get the best sound traits of a ceiling in-ear design, but has it open to the environment as naturally as wearing nothing with just a press of a button. The AirPods Pro strikes that balance beautifully, and you just have to experience it to understand. Now, not being the best doesn't mean the ANC is bad. It still crushes any of my best budget ANC buds at the moment, the Earphone Air Pro and Transmart Apollo. To explain further, ANC quality are generally like this. At the cheapest end, you are more likely to have sound alteration, white noise in the background, and the cancelled noise is only the low rumbles, the machine hums, and even then, it's not much. Then as the price goes up, it gets better, cancelling the mids and the highs. To put it to perspective, the Feel T1 Pro is at that basic ANC level. It's not cancelling out much, but sound quality fortunately is still the same. Then there's the Earphone Air Pro above it, with Transmart Apollo just ever so slightly better. These can cancel out more to the mids, which is the sound of people talking normally. And finally, this AirPods Pro is another step above because it suppresses more of that mid to high sounds. You can really feel the difference. And I'm sure the Sonys are gonna be better cancelling out even higher frequencies as well. And with the ANC and transparency mode on all the time, in my testing, I never once complained about the battery, so you should not too. Okay, it is time to get to the exciting part, the last one, and the biggest reason why you should save up and get the AirPods Pro, and it is the experience. Now, I've got a lot to tell you in this section, but first, it is important to know that you have to have an Apple device to enjoy any of these features. Whether it's iPhone, iPad, or a Mac, the more you have, the better it becomes. And what's important is some of these features are genuinely useful ones that you don't have on other systems just yet. The first is the quality of wear detection and how it behaves. Some earbuds use touch-based wear detection, which is very prone to error, like the Feel T1 Pro. Or they use an optical sensor, but the controls go crazy, like the Halo T19. Or the optical sensor is only one and it detects they're being worn when you just put it down like this, which is the Earphone Air Pro. So implementation is king, and I don't know what on earth Apple did. No matter how I try to close the two optical sensors here, I just can't activate the controls, which means the earbuds know exactly when I'm wearing it 100% of the time. And when you wear it, depending on your last use settings, it will slowly fade to noise reduction mode or open up to transparency mode and give you a little ding to confirm. Then now it is time to use it. Depending on the devices you're using, let's say you have a Mac open with an iPhone beside it, by default it'll connect to the last one connected, which is most likely your phone. But a notification will pop up on your Mac telling that the AirPods are ready to pair. Click connect and a second later it's paired to your Mac. Then what if you want to go to toilet and watch a video? Well, just grab your phone, press play on a YouTube video or any media, and the AirPods will switch to your phone automatically. Or automagically. It just took a heartbeat to switch from my Mac to my iPhone, and seriously, I didn't do anything. I didn't select any devices. I just pressed on play on my YouTube video and it switches. What? Now, if that isn't already insanely cool to you, let's say after toilet, someone comes and talks to you. You just take one earbud out, media will automatically pause, and the other bud will automatically switch from noise cancelling if you're using it to transparency mode so you can hear. Then when you're done, put the earbud back and both earbuds will fade to noise cancellation mode again. Then when it's time to work with your Mac again, just click and connect on the notification pop-up or choose AirPods Pro from the control center. Then this is the game changer for me personally, is when I edit videos on Final Cut Pro, the laptop knows how much latency the AirPod has and takes that into account. Delay the video a little bit when I hit play and everything will always play back perfectly. Speaking of latency, it's not that much in the first place. On my iPhone 10, I kind of tested on the AirPods and found it to be around 200 milliseconds, which is just as good as gaming mode earbuds. But I've seen the game mode on Soundpeats H1 with QCC3040 to be fractionally better at 150 millisecond, and we'll see if aptX Adaptive could bring it even lower, but nothing is better than tight integration with your Mac and the earbuds that takes latency into account. Game changer. On top of all that, you know that pairing the AirPods is stupid simple, right? Just open the case near, say, your iPhone, tap on connect, and it will be registered on all your Apple devices automatically. The seamless, ultra tight integration across different devices is just something that you can't get on any other earbuds at the moment. Now what's great is the features you have right now might not be what you will have in the future. Apple is continually improving the AirPods Pro. Like a year ago, you cannot switch between devices seamlessly like this. And also now we have spatial audio that uses the gyroscope on the AirPods to place a sound. For example, a character of a movie you're watching will stay in front of you no matter if you look left or right. It is not working with YouTube or Netflix for now, sadly, but trying it out on Disney Plus or HBO, I think it supports that too. I tell you, it's pretty dope. The next feature that's also useful is share audio, but I don't want to put too much emphasis here since other phones with Bluetooth 5 technically can do this too, like in Samsung phones. But again, it's just a little bit more seamless here, though you will need earbuds that use W1 or H1 chip, which is only in Apple's or Beats products. Lastly is some Siri features like Hey Sir and Just Speak What You Want. You may not use this in the voice activation where it isn't perfect, but it works, let's say 9 out of 10 times. And while everyone is talking about Google Assistant is so much ahead of the game, for me, I make a lot of music requests, like play songs that I like. Play my Korean playlist after this, and for those things, I think Siri has got it covered. And there's no interruption to the song as well, which I really appreciate, so the music is just faded out, still playing nicely in the background, and after you're done, fade it back in. I love it, but I know you might not even bother with it. Also now, Siri can read incoming messages and you can immediately say reply a few seconds after and then dictate the message. But technically this won't be useful if you're not living in an English speaking country, so I personally turn it off. And at this price, I gotta admit, I would love to control volume outside of Siri because there are plenty times where it would be super awkward to say, hey sir, turn the volume down out of the blue. So yeah, just pointing it out here, this is by no means the perfect earbuds. There's just no such thing. But controls are great because it detects pressure. It's really great. Now, finally, this is the best part of the experience for me. It is this setting, put deep inside accessibility and then audio visual called headphone accommodations. This allows you to customize the sound either through an automated setup or manually by picking one of the 3 presets under the Tune Audio for section. And just to remind you, in the previous recording, I've taken about half of the entire video explaining why you should not buy the AirPods Pro for its built-in sound quality. Mainly because it lacks details in the mid to high frequencies, but now this setting changes everything. Yes, we don't have a full-on equalizer, but with the result you get, even on the slight setting, I don't think you'll ever need one. The sound on balanced tone gives out the best sound quality for me. It mainly brings the highs back without messing too much with the other frequencies. And if you want even more details in the highs, the brightness settings is for you. At first, I tried using this with the slider put on slight, but I found it to be so fatiguing, even listening through just one song. So I put it in balanced light and never look back. This just sounds perfect now. But you have to remember that these settings only carry over to iOS devices, not to your Mac. So if you listen to music from your laptop a lot, maybe you want to switch to your phone instead. Okay, finally, just to mention this super quickly, the accessories around the AirPods Pro is also a plus point. You will never have a shortage of case models to choose from. Some of them can be unique and customizable, which is, I am Groot. I probably messed up the sound there. So there you go. These are the 3 reasons why you should buy the AirPods Pro this year or even in 2021. It is simply the best buy if you own any Apple devices, and you can expect it to get updated with more and more features. Hopefully. Again, quick reminder, if you want to buy these, please consider using the links in the description as it will help me a lot in supporting the channel. Now, let's get straight to the 3 reasons why you should not buy the AirPods Pro. Starting with number 1, it is the sound quality. Even after you customize it, this is still not the best sound. But it really closes the gap, and along with it, my disappointment. So I'm really happy with my AirPods Pro right now, but I say the Soundpeats H1 still offers better sound dynamic, or the Feel T1 Pro still has better soundstage and instrument separation. Also, there's a noticeable improvement in the details, so you feel like everything is more defined there. But compared to the Galaxy Buds Plus on dynamic EQ, actually now the AirPods Pro can compete. And I think it is more balanced here, which is awesome. The only difference now is the Buds Plus has more prominent highs, for better or for worse. But perhaps the best thing of all these alternatives that I mentioned is they go for much cheaper. But heck, I'm sure there are plenty of better sounding wired options out there if you're really into the best of the best sound quality. At number 2, it is gonna be the pricing. At $249 US, it'll be quite the money you have to shell out. And I want to bring my point from the previous recording that I scrapped. Do not buy the AirPods Pro if you only have one iPhone. Just save your money and get something else. I'll link to my recommendations here. But especially during this holiday sales, I've seen the prices to go as low as $169, which is a really good price no matter how you see it. Or if you've got at least 2 Apple devices, I say around $200 you can still get the AirPods Pro. Now jumping to the third and the last point, this is very obvious, but I still gonna mention it anyway. You do not want to buy the AirPods Pro if you are using a Windows or Android device. It just doesn't make any sense. Every feature I took the length to explain to you will be gone. Not even wear detection is here. Only the pressure sensitive controls, ANC, transparency mode, and the sucky built-in sound quality. Basically, that's just the very basics and not worth it. So do yourself a favor and get anything from my recommendation videos I mentioned a lot of times here. And I don't know if I'll get, "Whoa, but you're an Apple fanboy" down in the comments below. I say whatever, because I'm just trying to be as subjective as I possibly could here. Anyway, there you go. These are my 3 reasons why you should or should not buy an AirPods Pro. Do you agree with me or do you not? Especially if you've got one yourself, let me know the things that you love and hate about the AirPods Pro. Don't hesitate to leave a comment, and remember, I always encourage everyone to have a healthy and constructive discussion. Okay, so this was quite the talking head video, but I hope you learned something useful here. And don't forget, hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe for more of me talking about tech, and thank you so much for watching. I am Kenneth, and I'm pleased to have you here. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.